Guys, so the Flash is finally back. The Arrowverse has officially started. Well, Supergirl was yesterday, but like, that's not really counted because nobody cares about it. Anyway, the Flash is finally back, and this episode was probably the best season premiere ever. Better than season 1, definitely better than season 2, and better than season 3. It was great. This episode was pretty slow up until when Barry came out of the Speed Force, but even then, it was pretty funny. Right from the beginning, Cisco was obviously the funniest character, but also Wally, he was surprisingly funny as well, and just the dynamic between like the new team, when Wally said, Team Kid Flash, and then Cisco was like, that's too many syllables. I don't know, this episode was actually pretty funny. So obviously, in all the trailers, a lot of it focused on how Cisco and Iris are gonna like argue about who should, like, whether or not they should take Barry out of the Speed Force. And I thought it wouldn't make sense for Iris to not want it, but like, she explained it herself. Like, she didn't know what to think. It made sense. So obviously, when Barry got out of the Speed Force, he was a little insane. They never actually explained that, like, why is he insane and how did he get out of it? But when he was like crazy and Iris or anybody else from Team Flash tried to talk to him, those were all great scenes. They were actually pretty emotional. But then when Barry finally snapped out of it, the rest of the episode was just a roller coaster of awesomeness. His fight with the samurai could not have been more badass. The CGI looked amazing, and his suit, as expected, looked incredible. And just the whole fight, him running around those windmills, and he's toppling over, he's flying around. The samurai was actually pretty cool this episode. Also, we knew this from the trailers, but Barry is a lot faster. We basically all expected this, and you could tell because he ran past Joe, and Joe went flying. I think, and also the lightning in his eyes. I think like this Flash, this new Barry Allen, will be really badass. Caitlin is back, and I'm not gonna lie, she's looking pretty good. But anyway, it seems like she can't control her Killer Frost side anymore. I think she should stay Killer Frost for good, since she's just a better character when she is Killer Frost. She says she's back, but her current status doesn't seem that dissimilar from the beginning of Season 3, where she was just Caitlin, but couldn't control her Killer Frost side. So, like, her story isn't... It's the same thing. So, the samurais in the comics were made by somebody named Baron Katana, but they changed it here, and now he was made by the Thinker, or maybe the Mechanic. But we see our first look at the Thinker, and his room looks pretty high-tech, which makes sense. But he looks a little weird. I wasn't expecting him to wear that green suit and that white helmet. This is what he looked like in the New 52. But even then, he didn't have that thinking cap, because that thinking cap was like from like a while ago. Now he just has those things. I don't know what they're called, but those things on around his head. We also learned that the Samuroid was the Thinker's plan all along to bring the Flash back. He probably knows he was in the Speed Force, just because the Thinker's super smart. He probably knows everything. But his plan, from his character description, it says that his plan is to get rid of everything he deems wrong with humanity. And I'm guessing he deems the Flash somehow wrong with humanity. It can't be metahumans, because he's an actual metahuman. The particle accelerator gave him his super intelligence. So I don't know what he deems wrong. Maybe superheroes in general, maybe speedsters. We'll just have to find out. So overall, I thought this episode was great. It had a slow start, but even then it was funny. And then when the Flash came back, it was just kicked into high gear, and it was awesome. I give this episode a 9.5 out of 10. So what did you think about the episode? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.